Hello, everybody. Welcome to another interactive English with me, teacher Zdenek, and one of the students, aka guests. Hi, Zulaika. It's your first time here. Welcome.
Yeah, hello. Hello. Yes, it's my first time. Hello, Zdenek. Hello, everyone.
Good to have you here. Of course, as always, this is a show or lesson. I don't know which one. It's both, I guess, for people that are members of the group that I have for high level English learners, which is called the Achievers
Mhm.
Chamber. And you are one of our members. So I'm really glad that you accepted my invitation and you're here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
No worries, no
And
worries. It's a pleasure. It's your first time as well, isn't it?
yes, it's my first time
Mm-hmm.
joining to this group.
Excellent. Well, we always want to see new faces here. And as I always like to do with new people, I think we are just going to introduce you and generally take it easy, right? There's no need to
Hmm.
have any kind of specific topic. We will just learn more about you, where you're from, what you do, why you're learning English, how long you've been learning it, all sorts of these basic questions that I always have. And we can also
Hmm.
encourage our viewers, people watching us live, if they want, they can
Hmm.
post comments and ask you anything.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, you already have some people saying hi. So here is Max,
Yeah,
here,
hello, Max.
here is Trang from Vietnam.
Oh,
All right, so
that's really
Zulaika,
nice.
this name is
Yes.
really interesting. And the first thing I noticed is that your name starts with the letter Z, which is not very
Yes,
common, like like
like
mine,
yours. Yes.
which is not very common. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
I think not many people's names start with Z. So, or as Americans say, Z. Which one do you prefer, Z or Z?
Z. Yes, right.
Z. So more American English. Okay, why not?
Um,
So Zulaika, where are you from?
and so yeah, I'm from Kyrgyzstan,
Hmm.
and for those people who don't know where the Kyrgyzstan is so Kyrgyzstan is situated in the heart of Central Asia.
Hmm.
Yes, and is bordered by Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and China. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. So you are one of the former Soviet Union republics, basically, as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
right? Okay, and another interesting fact is that you are actually currently not too far away from me. Perhaps of all the
Hmm.
guests that I've had on this podcast, it's not a podcast. What am I talking about? on this on this show, you're the
Uh-huh.
closest to me because I'm in Vietnam. Yeah, you're in
Hmm.
Kyrgyzstan. So how far away are we from each
Niche.
other?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Not so far.
What? Not so far. What time is it in Kyrgyzstan now?
So we have time difference. It's 11:05 p.m. Yes.
Is it 11? What?
Yes, it's
So you are
already
only
p.m.
1 hour behind me. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Max says he's going to visit Kyrgyzstan soon.
Yeah, I would suggest everyone to visit Kyrgyzstan. It's like a mountains country and it's very beautiful. So you will
Mhm.
never regret it to visit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not the first country that comes in mind when you say Asia, right? But
Hmm.
there you are from Kyrgyzstan. How many people live in Kyrgyzstan?
It's around 7 million, I
7
think.
million. Wow, that's even less than in my country, the Czech Republic. But is the country
Hmm.
quite large, would you say?
Like not so large. It's like middle, like average. Yes.
Can can we compare it to another country? Well, you probably don't know, do you? Have you been to
Uh,
Europe before?
no, I lived in Russia and Moscow.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like,
Well, that's much bigger, of course. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, Zulaika, what's your story? Where do we start? Where do we begin? Why did you start learning English?
Oh, yes, I can tell my journey of learning English. So I can start from the beginning.
Please
Yes,
do. Yeah.
yes. When I started at school, I couldn't speak English like at all. Like
Mm,
my English was so poor, and I could just read some texts and do some English grammar exercises. But
yeah.
when it comes to real communication skills, like talking to someone, listening to something, I couldn't understand anything of it, and it
Yeah.
was really difficult for me.
Hmm.
And when I finished school, I decided to go to Russia and pursue my higher education there. So,
Ah,
and yeah, I moved to one of the coldest part of Russia. It is Tomsk. It is situated in Siberia. Yes, and I started my bachelor's degree and then
you
my
know what?
master's degree
I
there.
probably never asked you. I probably
Yeah.
never asked you about that. So, what sort of field of study are we talking about here?
Uh, like my degree.
What's your degree in?
Yes.
Yes.
I studied international relations.
Oh,
Yes, and like on my first year, I chose a second language, like the English. It was the main language. Yes,
yeah.
because I was studying international relations, and I had to choose a second language, and it was the German language.
Ah,
And
so
I
you can
studied
speak
German.
German. So you can speak German as well.
I cannot say that it's like in a good level. Yes, because
Guess
I
what?
have to practice a lot.
Guess what? When I was at high school, my
Mhm.
second foreign language that I was studying was also German. So I
Oh.
suppose I can have a basic conversation with you if you want in German now. You want to try? Guten
Wie
Tag.
geht's?
Es
Ja,
geht's
guten
gut. Ja.
Abend.
Guten Abend. Ja, ja. Und was machst du heute?
Ich spreche mit Zdenek.
Ja,
Ja.
ja. Ich spreche Deutsch ein bisschen, aber ich liebe Deutsch.
Ja, auch.
Terrible, terrible German. If
Okay.
any of you can speak German now, you see why this show is not conducted in German but in English instead.
Ja.
It's for a reason. It's for a reason like that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool. I guess we have something in common.
Yeah. And then, while I was studying, I had to improve my English. And I started to practice every day and with my group mates. And I was searching
Classmates.
some,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And I was searching some podcasts, listening to it, and I started listening to
Is the next English
6 minute.
podcast? No. Six
Yes,
minute
later
English.
on.
Oh.
Yeah, 6 minute. I started with
You
six
you
minute English.
you found 6 minute English before the next English podcast. How is that even possible?
Yes, later on I have found it your podcast, and
Yeah, that's the
I really
last thing.
enjoyed.
The very last thing.
But I still listening to your podcast, and I'm really enjoying it.
Great. Well, you have saved it now.
Okay.
Okay, lovely, lovely. So this is, I guess, why you became a member of the Achievers Chamber group, or did you hear about the group on Luke's English podcast as well?
Yes, yes.
You did, yeah.
One of his podcasts I have heard about this group, and I have
Mhm.
joined it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think you're a very valuable member because
Thank you.
I've noticed you're quite active, and not everyone is as active as you. And this is basically the perfect way to approach it, in my opinion. Yeah. So um, if you want to make progress fast, if you really want to, have that regular practice, you have to really
Hmm.
join those events, right? So a lot of people become members, they pay for the
Uh-huh.
membership, but they don't join the events enough. And
I see.
that's what will make the difference in at the end of the day, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, maybe it's just some of the reasons. Maybe it's a time difference as well.
Of course.
Like
Well,
for me.
look at you. 11 p.m., yeah? You're still awake.
Yeah.
The time difference is not a problem at all because all the events happen in the evening of Central European time, yeah? So actually, of all
Hmm.
people, you are the one who should be suffering, right? Because for you it's quite
Yes.
late, right?
Yes. Like for me, sometimes I couldn't join for some interactive lessons
Yeah.
because of the time difference.
That's why I try to we try, it's not just me, by the way. We have some other hosts like Claire, Helen,
Mm-hmm.
Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
I must be forgetting someone. Is there anyone else hosting events right now? I think it's just those four, right, at the moment. But
Yeah. Correct.
Claire, Lucas, and Helen, and me. So basically, we have different times. The events happen at different times. So hopefully that will help people because they have a choice. They have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
choice. I can show the current events on screen if anyone is interested in potentially joining. So this is what we do, right? So as you can
Mm-hmm.
see, today we have the no. This is actually. I'm sorry. This is so confusing. By the way, I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I'm
here.
here too.
You can stay there
Yeah.
if you want. Um, it says today, but that's because in Vietnam it's already past midnight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, let's not worry about it. Test your English. The test your English event is on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, and it's
Mm-hmm.
already my Thursday. So maybe for you it's Wednesday, but the one that is happening right now is at the bottom. It's called Interactive English YouTube Live Chat with one of the what A members. Who wrote that? Okay, I guess it was me. I will have to fix that. And then right after the event, right after this YouTube live, we have the speaking class. So anyone can join.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone in the group can join, of course. So that one is with me. And one more thing, as I conduct these events, it's just a
Mm-hmm.
fancy word, fancy term for lessons. I just don't like using the word lessons here. I think it sounds better if you say events. Um,
Mm-hmm.
as I conduct these events, or as I teach them, you could say, I also take notes about everybody's English, and I will also
Mm-hmm.
rewatch this video, and then every week I publish a podcast for members, which is called
Mm-hmm.
the feedback podcast, where I address some of the things that could be improved. Yeah, like when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary. Have you listened to the latest one I published?
Yes.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Yes, I have listened, and it's a great way, like when you hear your mistakes and you're about improving it.
Because often you notice that those mistakes repeat. Yeah, there is a certain you
Mm-hmm.
realize there is a pattern. For example, with you, Zulaika, I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you if I can say it here, but occasionally instead of the W sound, what you say the, right? So this is just
Mm-hmm.
one. This is just one I have noticed. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, that's not what we are here
Okay.
for. We want to introduce you, Zulaika. So okay, so why do you like this language so much? So international relations. That's. To be honest, I had a chance to study this as well because I remember passing
Mm-hmm.
the entrance exams for to a school with this exact field as well. But in the end, I chose teaching English over that but I had a chance
Mm-hmm.
to study the same thing as you. But I think it's very sort of
You have
what's the
changed
word?
your mind.
No, I had a choice, and I
Mm-hmm.
weighed my pros and cons. I actually made a little table, and it
Mm-hmm.
turned out that because I had just come back from England, so I had a big sort of, how to say it, I was really in love with the language. Yeah, so I was like, it
Mm-hmm.
would be nice to pass this sort of enthusiasm or to pass this knowledge on to someone else. I just thought like it was meant to be for me teaching. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so in the end, I went for that, and there were some other reasons, but let's not go into that. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So why do you enjoy learning English, or do you enjoy learning English, or is it just a necessity for you?
For for sure, I just enjoy it. Like, and even now, I have joined for your project, and I am really enjoying it from every events, and it's very interactive. Yeah.
Thanks. Well, that's what I like to hear. Because I'm pretty sure it's not for everyone, right? This is a certain type of
Mm-hmm.
approach. My
Yeah.
idea is, yeah, so I know there are a lot of people out there. So you have a choice. You can either get private lessons. I have my private students, one-to-one lessons. That's more usually, well, always more expensive, right? You have to pay
Mm-hmm.
way more money for that. That's one way. Well, it's kind of focused on you, on your English, and it's just you and the teacher, and off you go, right? But this is different because there is a community. There's a community, so you can interact with others, right? You can sort of
Yeah.
get to know each other. You can make friends if you um, sort of hit it off with someone, and it's a bit different. The dynamic is different, right? In some
Mm-hmm.
ways, it is better, I would say, as well. In some ways, but it's also not for everyone because some people are introverts, and
Mm-hmm.
perhaps they may struggle with such kind of approach. Although I would say we do have a few introverts in the group, and I think they are doing okay. But who are you? Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I can say I'm more like an introvert.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what's next for you then? Do you have some kind of a plan, like an action plan of what you would like to improve, what you would like to work on in terms of your English?
Yeah. Recently, I have joined like for IELTS preparation, and
Ah,
I am planning to take IELTS exams.
mhm.
Yeah, but I have to get prepared well. Uh, Sometimes, like for some assignments of doing some exercises is quite challenging. So,
Yeah.
and I have to practice it and gain more like academic vocabulary as well.
Are you going to take the IELTS academic or IELTS
Yes,
general, the academic one?
IELTS academic one. Yes.
Okay. Well, let me know later if you need some material because I actually do happen to teach IELTS here in Vietnam. So um,
Oh,
I might have some
it will
stuff.
be very helpful. Yes, thank you. Okay.
You're very welcome. Yeah. So what kind of score or band? They call it a band, right? What band are you
Mm-hmm.
aiming for? Are you aiming for
Like 7.5, like
7.5?
8. Yeah, like some.
Very high level, like C1 level, basically. Yeah, that's C1 level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in my
Yeah.
experience, the toughest part is writing, but and I think your speaking is pretty good. Yeah, so you're fluent. You
Yes, I have to improve my writing, and it's quite
mm,
very,
challenging.
like,
No,
yes, very challenging.
well, for me, it's. I would say of all the skills, it would also probably be my weakest point, but it's hard to say really. It also depends on the question and how well you prepare. I remember I took the IELTS exam in 2017, was it? I think so, about 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just I wanted to try as a teacher. I wanted to know where I am, and I think at the time
Mm-hmm.
I had a job opportunity somewhere in the Middle East, and they required. In the end, I didn't go there. Right, I didn't choose to go there, but they
Mm-hmm.
required they required seven, at least seven in IELTS. So in the end, I got eight. So I was quite happy with that. I almost got
Yes.
8.5.
Mm-hmm.
I just messed up my writing. Uh, if I
Mm-hmm.
if I had if I'd had zero point 0.5 points more in my writing, I would have got 8.5 overall, the total score. So I was
Okay.
close to getting that C2 level, but at the end, it was just like borderline C1, C2, which is all right, you know. Who cares?
I'm sure that you have a very quite high level of
Well,
yeah.
I got 8.5 in speaking. My reading was 9. My listening 8. So it's just the writing I got 7, unfortunately. So yeah, that screwed it. I screwed it up completely, which was a surprise to me. Yeah, I think I underestimated it a little bit. I should have prepared for it more. I didn't do. I just studied like for 2 days before the because I was like, oh, I'm a teacher, you know, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, a lot, because you have to prepare for. So, yeah, let's not talk
Yeah,
about that.
it's it
Let's not.
takes yes, it takes time like to get
Because
prepared.
at the time I wasn't teaching it. You see, at the time I wasn't teaching. Now I
Mm,
think I would be better prepared because I teach it. Yeah, so
I see.
I'm familiar with with the structure of the exam, and
Mm-hmm.
that's really important because then you're not surprised by anything there. Yeah, and you just have to. It's
Yeah.
about just showing off your best English. That's all it comes down to in the end, and
Mm-hmm.
staying calm and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
good luck with your exam, of course, Zulaika. If any of you guys
Yes,
have,
thank you.
yeah, just wanted to say that if any of you guys watching this have any questions for Zulaika, please go ahead because I think we are about to call it a day, right? Unless
Mhm.
there's anything else you would like to tell us, Zulaika, about Kyrgyzstan or anything at all.
Yes, as I said, Kyrgyzstan is a beautiful mountains country, and for everyone who loves like adventure and like hiking, they are most welcome to visit Kyrgyzstan, and you will see a great view, stunning like large field, and I would suggest everyone to visit Isuku Lake. It's a super clear blue lake in the heart of Central Asia. Yes, and you will see great waterfalls and beautiful canyons as well. And yeah, and also about culture and food. You will just enjoy because it's very delicious. We have traditional food. We call it
Mhm.
beshparmak. Yes, if you would have a chance to visit Kyrgyzstan, you will try because everyone will suggest you,
Mm.
and it's also uh, like a traditional food in Kazakhstan as well. So it's
Mhm.
basically made from uh, mutton meat, uh,
Okay.
boiled mutton meat with homemade noodles.
Mm.
And why we it calls beshparmak? Why we call it beshparmak? It's like if we translate, it will be like five fingers because in old days, we used to eat like with right hands, so that's why
Well,
it
as long
calls
as I
like
don't have
this.
to eat anybody's fingers, I'm okay with it, I suppose.
Like with fingers, not
Yeah, that's okay.
fingers
I can
itself.
eat with like using my hands. I don't need the. Well, here in Asia, I had to learn how to use chopsticks as well. But
Oh,
I can imagine eating with my hands. Like it's not what I would do normally. Like I do eat some things with my hands, right? Like fruit and stuff like that, pizza, right? But
mm-hmm,
I can imagine. I know in some countries, like in Africa, for example, they eat with their hands. I know that because I used to have one African friend. But
mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes, nowadays nobody uses their hands
yeah,
like
that's true, right?
eating.
Mhm.
Yeah, And also we have traditional drink. It's it is kimis. It's
Kimis.
fermented. Yes, it is fermented mare's milk, like a horse milk. Yeah,
Ah.
it's quite salty, and yes, and it's a bit alcoholic, like slightly
Oh, whoa.
alcoholic. Yeah,
Alcoholic milk.
yeah,
That's a
yes,
new.
natural.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Right. So Zulaika, we've got a few more comments to go through. So Helen says hi
Hmm.
Zulaika with a comma. So it looks like there is more to come. Well, there's a comma. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Helen.
Yeah. Also, Trang says your English is very good. I could fully understand your conversation. That's great. Now, and she says Zulaika. And going back to Helen, I've seen some photos, and yes, it looks amazing. Someone said the word food. I'm all ears. I guess it means that Helen likes to eat.
Yeah,
All right.
because
Well,
it's like dinner time, maybe say. Yeah,
oh, is
it's
it in France?
in
Maybe.
France.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah. You're right.
Hmm.
Okay, Zulaika, thank you very much for appearing in tonight's interactive English. It's been a pleasure. I hope it's not the last time. Next time we will have a topic. We choose a topic. I
Yeah.
usually let the guest choose the topic, but if you have nothing, I can also come up with something. But generally, we would talk about something that is close to your heart,
Hmm.
such as
Okay.
your hobbies, or anything like that.
Hmm. Yes,
Okay.
I would love to join. Yes, and also thank you, Zdenek. Thank you for your project, and it's really uh, great projects that you have created, because you know that we people, we should grow,
Mm,
and by and it happens when we are connecting with people from different countries and different cultures, and it's also as a great way for improving it,
that
improving your language without being in abroad.
That's right. That's the idea behind it, right? So I have
Hmm.
this platform, I have a YouTube channel, I have a podcast. So hopefully this will attract more people, and this is the best way, right? I don't
Yeah.
really, I'm from the Czech Republic, and if I teach a group full of Czech learners, as a teacher,
Hmm.
I don't enjoy myself so much, and I think even the students would enjoy themselves more if they had a classmate from Kyrgyzstan, from Vietnam, from France. That
Hmm.
would be
Hmm.
way more interesting, and they would actually have a real need to communicate in English, right? It would not be artificial. Like if I
Hmm.
teach a group full of Vietnamese students, unfortunately, it is a little bit artificial, isn't it? Because they have to
Hmm.
speak to each
Yeah.
other in a second language. It's a bit weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, they share the first language, and then, but yeah. So that thank you for those kind words. I really appreciate it, Zulaika, and keep up the good work. And everyone else,
That's it.
if you have enjoyed watching this video and Zulaika's performance, please give us a like. Thank you so much,
Yes,
and
and yeah,
yeah.
and also I would suggest everyone, like who would like to improve the language, you should just have like 5 P's. It's like have a patience, and
Ah,
have a peace in your heart, and practice, and just plan, and yes, and
patient,
be yeah, be patient. Yes.
patience, peace in your heart, practice, plan. You said five. There's one more.
And peace. Peace,
Peace.
and be in your peace. Yes, be
Yeah,
peace in
okay.
your heart.
Twice. All right. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for that. That was lovely. Lovely ending to this video. So everyone, take care. Zulaika,
Yeah.
I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you.